The knocks that weren't accidents. I never thought a trash can would become the center of a neighborhood war. But then again, I never thought I'd end up living across the street from Karen. Every morning, like clockwork, I'd leave for work and find my trash can tipped over. Sometimes the lid was missing, sometimes garbage was scattered across the driveway, like a raccoon had been invited for breakfast. At first, I thought it really was raccoons, or maybe the wind. But then I noticed something strange. It only happened on days Karen was outside gardening. Gardening was her code word for staring at everyone else's business. And the smirk on her face when I bent down to pick up soda cans and coffee grounds told me all I needed to know. The HOA queen. Karen wasn't just any neighbor. She was the self-proclaimed queen of our HOA. She loved the rules more than life itself, and she loved enforcing them even more. She had fined another neighbor because their mailbox was a shade too off-white. She'd sent letters about lawn height, Christmas lights, and even the number of cars parked in a driveway. I tried to keep peace. I kept my grass trimmed, my fence painted, my car tucked neatly inside the garage. But apparently keeping the rules wasn't enough. She wanted me humiliated, and my trash can had become her weapon of choice. Catching the culprit. I decided to stop guessing and start gathering proof. I installed a small camera in my yard, hidden behind a bush with a perfect view of the curb. The very next morning, the mystery solved itself. The footage showed Karen walking her little dog, pausing in front of my house, looking both ways like a cartoon villain, and then, bam, kicking my trash can over with her foot before strolling away like nothing happened. Couldn't believe it. She actually kicked it, and she looked proud doing it. My blood boiled. I thought about confronting her, but with people like Karen, confrontation only fuels the fire. No, I needed something smarter. Something she would never see coming. The setup. That weekend, I built what I like to call the trap. I replaced my usual trash can with a brand new one. Identical from the outside, but much heavier and filled halfway with a mix of sand and water bottles to weigh it down. Inside the lid, I installed a harmless but shocking surprise. A motion-activated air horn, the kind used for boats. I carefully positioned it so that the second the lid moved, the horn would go off like a battleship announcing war. The beauty of it was simple. To anyone walking by, it looked like the same old trash can. To Karen, it was the perfect opportunity. The sweet revenge. The next morning, I waited inside my living room with the blinds slightly open. Right on schedule, Karen came strutting by with her dog, sunglasses on like she was patrolling the streets. She stopped in front of my driveway, glanced around, and leaned down with that same smug little grin. She grabbed the lid, ready to kick it again, when suddenly the horn exploded in her face. Bwaya wow! The sound was so loud it echoed across the block. Karen screamed, jumped back, and nearly tripped over her own dog. The poor thing barked like crazy while she flailed her arms, dropping the leash and running in circles like she'd seen a ghost. Neighbors peeked out their windows. Some even came outside. And there she was, caught in the middle of the street, red-faced, screaming at a trash can like it had personally declared war on her. The aftermath. Word spread fast. By the afternoon, people were laughing about Karen versus the trash can. Someone even posted the horn blast video from my camera onto the neighborhood Facebook group, and it went viral locally. Karen tried to claim I had installed dangerous equipment on my property, but even the HOA board laughed it off. It wasn't dangerous, it was just loud, and it stopped her. For the first time in months, my trash can stayed upright. No more garbage all over the driveway, no more morning humiliation. She still gives me the death stare whenever she passes, but that's all she can do now. And every time I roll that can out to the curb, I smile. Because Karen may have thought she ran this neighborhood, but she definitely didn't see that coming. The trash can legend. In the weeks that followed, life in the neighborhood took on a whole new rhythm. For the first time since moving in, I could roll my trash can to the curb without a second thought. No more early morning frustration. No more bending down in my work clothes to pick up yesterday's leftovers. Karen avoided my side of the street entirely, yanking her little dog in the opposite direction whenever she saw me outside. The air horn didn't just silence her kicks, it silenced her whole campaign against me. The neighborhood, though, didn't stay silent. People began stopping me on walks, chuckling, "Hey, you're the trash can guy, right?" Even the quiet neighbors, the ones who never waved, gave me nods of approval. One evening, at the mailbox, an older man I'd barely spoken to leaned over and whispered, "About time someone put her in her place." That's when I realized my little prank had done more than protect my driveway. It had given everyone else a small taste of justice too. Karen, of course, tried her best to save face. She called an emergency HOA meeting where she ranted about dangerous devices and reckless behavior. But when the board replayed the video of her kicking over my can, the room burst into laughter. Her complaints dissolved under her own actions, and for once, the Queen of Rules had no power left to swing. Now, every time I step outside on trash day, I can't help but grin. That ordinary black can isn't just for garbage anymore. It's a reminder that sometimes the best revenge isn't loud or violent. It's clever, harmless, and impossible to deny. Karen thought she could knock me down one trash can at a time. Instead, I built something she'll never live down. This was just one of many wild neighborhood stories. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because here at QZ Stories, we bring you the craziest tales of revenge, justice, and neighborhood drama every week. Don't miss the next one. It might just be even more